What's up, brothers and sisters? I just want to leave you with a word of encouragement. It's just dealing with how sometimes we go through the tests and trials and stuff. How a lot of times we primarily think they're for us, but ultimately they're to bring our Father glory. It's for God to get all the glory through the situation. But this is the message, pretty much what I heard today at church. So it's pretty good. It's dealing with pretty much the life of Joseph, and just how sometimes we go through our trials, tribulations, and tests. That how God is also working in the background. What He's doing in the background, He's preparing the stage so that what we're going through or been through, that will be a testimony to His glory and His capability and His power, and the gifts He's given us as well. And so God has given us everything we need in life to show His glory, to show His grace, to show His mercy, to show that Jesus Christ is who He said He is, and how God did in Joseph's life, how He set the stage in dealing with him meeting Pharaoh, and how some in our life God is going to set a meeting place and a meeting time for other people in our life that we can share our testimony with. So just while you're going through the trials and tribulations and tests, just to endure, just to trust in God. Know that He's faithful. His grace is there for you, working things out for you. He's never going to leave you. He's never going to forsake you. I know sometimes it seems like we're taking a blunt of it because we're going through it, but in actuality, God is working in the backgrounds. He loves you. He cares for you. He sees what we're going through is going to be a benefit to someone else. It's going to help them to know that God is a true God, that God is a loving God, that God is a caring God, that God is a healer, God is faithful. It's going to show them and help them to bring faith about in their life that they can trust in God as well. So just be encouraged that while you go through that God loves you and cares for you and that He will strengthen you. So just endure through it. It can be tough, but just know that God is producing something in you. He's working something in you. He's building you up. All that we go through it's not wasted time. God is not just sending us through it just to send us through it, but He's building. He's helping us. He's growing us. He's strengthening us. He's building our character so that when time comes that He will get the glory. He's helping our spirit so that we won't be consumed and sulking in our own tests and trials and tribulations, but that we can trust in Him and that we can know that He's great. So, what's up, women? Be inspired. I'm about done now. But yeah, you can probably look at the replay. I'm not going to be too long. I just say what I got to say and I'm pretty much off. There's a lot of time when I ask, look at the screen, it kind of throw me off. But yeah, the replay, I'm just pretty much talking about how when we go through the tests and trials, how God sets the stage for a meeting that what we go through and what we're going through while He's building something in us, He's just building it so that when we meet whoever we got to meet, that we'll be able to give Him the full glory. So that, our test is not in vain. What we go through is not in vain. He's there with us. His mercy and favor is upon us, so that when we meet that person, we can share with them our testimony and they can get to know God, because sometimes in their life, they don't know God as a healer. They don't know God as a deliverer. They don't know God loves them. So many things people don't know about God, but He allows us to go through it so that when we going through it, they can get to know Him. So, He don't want us just to sulk while we're going through tests and trials and what we believe in Him for. He don't want us to just be consumed by our own grief and get bitter, but He just wants us to know that He cares for us and that He will get us through it, just to have faith in His character and that He's good, that He's grace, and He's merciful. So that, when we do meet that person, we can give God all the glory through it because we know it was Him that brought us out, so that they can know and they can put their faith in a God whom they didn't know aforetime. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was talking about. That God just, the tests we go through is not wasted time. It's not just something God just want to do just for doing His sake. But when He sends us through as His children, it's a purpose. And a lot of times we don't see that purpose. We don't see the end results. All we know is we're going through it. But God always leaves some fingerprint that He's with us. It's some that He always give us a word of encouragement to let us know to keep believing, keep trusting Him. He just want us to go through it with Him so that ultimately He want to win souls. He want to save souls. He want people to know Him. That's His end goal. It's just to bring people to salvation knowledge of Jesus Christ. So a lot of times He uses us. Most of the time, not in the time that we can imagine. It's just some things just come up, but We just got to, trust in his character. He done built a pretty good character profile for us, and just dealing with how he saved us. We know he's our salvation. We know he's our hope. So it's not like he be going off the blue. We going off of God that we know our Father loves us. So we seen a lot of works he done did in our life. He just want us to know that he truly is good. That we don't have to doubt when we going through it, but we can just continue. Go through it. However long it have to be. Just know that he's with us through it. He won't leave us nor forsake us. He'll bring us to the people that need salvation. That need to hear that word. He may have us to water and plant. But in the end, he's gonna be the one to get all the glory, and that's the way he wanted. And what we'll get the benefits of him getting the glory. Just like with Joseph's life. I mean, he went through a whole lot for years and years and years, but when the time came, he gave God the glory, and we see what God did. God promoted him. God gave him his life back, pretty much everything that he thought he had lost at one point. He got his family back. He had him a wife. He was second in command. So just with our life, God, he will restore to us everything that we lost while going through the test. Everything we feel we may have lost or gave up. God, he remembers us. That's one thing about our Father. He remembers us. He cares for us. He loves us. And he will restore things to us, Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. That's pretty much it. All right. Peace. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have a good day too.